Hey everyone, it's Pam here from Rackanero Outdoors. Today we're going to start a series I like to call Prepping for Hunting Season, where I'm going to cook 7 different wild game meals ahead of time. We're going to package them up, freeze them, so that during hunting season, after we get home from a really busy evening, we have something that we can cook that's going to take maybe 10 to 20 minutes. That way we can save our pocketbook by not getting takeout and eat a little bit healthier during such a busy time of year. So if you're like us and you want to eat well during one of the busiest times of year, stay tuned and follow along for this series. Today we are making up our cornbread muffins that are going to go with our chili. This is part of my series called Prepping for Hunting Season. So let's get started. All right, first things first, we need to do our dry ingredients. So dry ingredients are going to go in our larger bowl. We're going to do 1 cup of regular flour. We're going to do 1 cup of cornmeal. We're going to do 2/3 cup of granulated sugar. We're going to do 1 tablespoon and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And we're going to do 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, so once I've got that together, I'm going to grab my whisk. And I'm just going to whisk to distribute that. And what that's going to do is just make sure that all that baking powder, that leavening agent, is evenly distributed, because when we make muffins we don't want to overmix because they can become dense or have tunnels. So this way we can make sure that everything is distributed nice and evenly. Moving on from that, we have 1 cup of milk, 1/3 cup of oil. You can use whatever oil you want. I'm using vegetable oil. I would also use avocado oil, but I just don't have any right now. And 1 egg. I like to crack my eggs separately just in case. You never know, you might get a shell. Oven's preheated. So I should mention that I preheated my oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and it is on convection bake. Okay, so we're going to whisk this together. Then we're going to grab our dry ingredients, and we're going to kind of just make a well in the center of that and pour our wet into our dry. And whisk to combine. Now here we just want to whisk to combine. We don't want to go crazy. We don't want to overmix. As soon as that liquid hits that leavener, it's going to start to rise. So you just want to get it combined. Now you could add some grated cheese to these. You could dice up some jalapeno and add it to it as well. I'm just doing plain old cornmeal muffins here. All right, so while I was cleaning up, I allowed my batter to just sit for about 5 minutes so that it can rise just a little bit. And now I'm going to scoop it into my muffin tin. I'm using a smaller scoop than what I'd like, but this is the only one I have. So I'm going to do 2 scoops through each of the 12 tins first, and then I'm going to come back around and top them up so that they're all even. When they're even, they bake a lot more evenly, obviously, and so then I don't have one that's like really underbaked and one that's overbaked and whatever, okay? Okay, so now that I have all of them portioned out, just clean up my pan a little bit so it's a little bit easier to clean when I go to wash it. So I ended up getting exactly 12. Okay, So now we've got all of our muffins into our tin. Another way that I like to use these is I will cut hot dogs into thirds, and I'll stick a little hot dog in each one of these, and I make those at Christmas time for the kids, and they really like it. It's kind of like a mini corn dog muffin kind of thing. All right, so these are gonna go in the oven at 400 degrees for about 15 to 18 minutes. Usually it takes my oven about 18 for these. All right, these bad boys just came out of the oven. They are cooling here on this rack. They turned out beautifully. The inside is just light and fluffy. You can see steam coming up. It's nice and spongy. Absolutely delicious product. So if you like this recipe or you want to try this recipe, you can take a look at the description below. The recipe is there as well. If you like what you saw here today, please subscribe, like, send a comment, and share a recipe that you like to use when you're cooking your wild game. All right, everyone, this has been Pam from Rack and Arrow Outdoors. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you again real soon.